The big game is fast approaching, but wait, you still haven't got your tickets. You've spent hours searching, but you're still confused about ticket prices. Time to stop searching. Visit ticketcompare.com. We compare ticket prices for all the popular leagues and tournaments for you. We work only with the most trustworthy sites, so you can have peace of mind when buying your tickets. Compare prices, buy tickets, get to the game. Ticketcompare.com. Buying tickets made simple.
Good afternoon. Yes, we are waiting for it. We are expecting tomorrow's match. It's going to be a hard match. We've been working hard for it, but this is the Champions League. We are playing against a good Premier League team with a very defensive play, and we will try to make our best. We will have the ball. We'll try to get possession. We know it's not going to be easy because they are very well prepared. They are very defensive, and it's going to be hard, but we will try to make the most of the occasions we will have to score, and that's it. We don't want to speculate, although 0-0 could be a good result, but we should not speculate, because if they score, we will be really suffering for that. So we'll try to get the match. Sergio Andreu, Catalunya Radio. I would like to talk about what André Gomes was saying yesterday about his lack of trust and what he's feeling. Did you know in the dressing room, did you know about André Gomes and how he was feeling? Have you done something? Are you going to help him to get through this very bad situation? Well, we knew a little bit about it. It's obvious that we all knew about it a little bit. I don't know exactly to what extent, because this is a very personal issue. We keep things inside. But we, the colleagues, we've always tried to help him. We've been next to him. We've tried to give him some advice. But he's the one experiencing this. He's the one who takes this home. And as a colleague of his, I can tell you that we've done as much as possible. And I believe that the fans, we have to be all positive, try to help him. And we try to be positive with him to achieve important things. We have to do this together, the players, the staff, the club, and the followers. And I believe that if we're doing well at this time of the season, but it's not good that he's feeling like this. So I'm sure this will change, because we are a club, and the followers and the club, we try to all go in the same direction. Marta Ramon from RACO. Could you please tell me what you think about tomorrow, now that you know that Andrés Iniesta will play, although he's not at 100%? Tell me, is it different if he plays or if he does not play? Well, we know what Andrés Iniesta means for the team and, as a person, and what he does in the pitch. And, when we're playing in the pitch, he's always doing something different. If you give him the ball, he'll always know what to do with it. He'll grasp the most of the situation, and everything is positive if he's there. We're going to do the training session now. I hope that he will feel good. He will be the one to decide, and we hope that this will be positive so that he will be with us tomorrow. Adiat Alvers from Cadena Ser.
La puerta para que volviera al Barça. Ayer Coutinho también decía que para él pues sería un placer que volviera. ¿Tú ves más factible que vuelva al Barça o que acabe fichando por el Madrid?
No lo sé, eso tendría que ser una pregunta para él, si él decide su futuro. Ahora es un jugador de otro equipo que no está aquí, y por lo tanto no voy a hablar del tema de un supuesto o no supuesto, porque al final es hablar por hablar y solo lo sabe él. Tenemos un partido muy importante mañana como para desviarnos en otros.
He's the only one who knows, and basically this is just suggestions, just hearsay.
Sergio Grau from TV3. What about tomorrow and William? What can you tell us about him? Yes, we have to pay special attention to him, but as a team, we have to pay attention to William, Hazard, if Pedro will play, if Alvaro Morata will play, very good players that they have. They all have more or less the similar attack profile. And in the first leg, there was a specific, stats there, which is all the attempts of Williams, and we'll try to avoid this being repeated again. They are a good team with good players. It's an issue, yes. Yes, Pete tells it from Daily Mail. Could you please tell us the recalls of 2012? What did you learn from what happened in that year? Well, it is obvious that we can learn. We can all learn. We can all get conclusions from all matches. This was a long time ago. We've played a lot since then, and we forgot a little bit about it already. We started very well that match, but then they scored before the first half, I think. And then on the second half, we really tried hard, even there was the penalty from Ramos. And, well, football is like this. Sometimes, you can just not score. And I think that this is what happened on the second half. And then in the end, there was a draw when we were all looking for, we were trying to score again. And it was a sad match because, of course, we were not able to go to the finals. I think it was the final, yes. And I think that the qualifying round was great. And we had so many occasions that it was impossible to imagine that we would be eliminated. But football is like this. Sometimes not the best wins. Hello from Radio Nacional. Let's go to André Gomez. You said a while ago, you told us about the situation and that you tried to help him. But based on what he said yesterday, do you think he will be ready in case he will get out into the pitch? Will he be ready for this responsibility? Yes, I see him training and I see his willingness and I see him training every day. Of course, what happens during the match, when you play home, it's not always easy, but I think that he's physically and mentally well prepared. He says that this is an extra pressure that he put on himself. This is what he said, and that's what makes the difference. But I'm sure he's ready because he's done this before, and we're going to help him both inside, and I'm sure that the followers will also help him because what we want is for the club and the team to move forward and to do a good individual team and to be a good team both individually and as a group. And we want to move forward. I think this is the right approach because otherwise we can have more problems than what's necessary. And this would not only be negative for Andres, it would be negative for all of us.
London. It's been an eventful few days for Lionel Messi, given the birth of a child. How is he mentally and physically going into this game, do you think?
I think that he's going to be okay, and I hope that he's going to be more motivated than what he usually is. I mean, he's always extremely motivated. Physically, he's going to be great. I'm sure he's going to be more relaxed than the rest of the colleagues. So I hope that he's going to be perfect and that he will play as he usually plays. He always makes the difference and always helps us. Elena Condes, Cadena Cope. Sergio, I would like to go back to Neymar because Mundo Deportivo published last week that Neymar is asking to come back. Did he tell you something? Has this been talked about in the dressing room? And do you think that Coutinho and Rakitic have helped him to get in again? Well, personally, he hasn't talked to me directly. If he had, I wouldn't tell you now anyway. But at the end of the day, well, this is just a personal opinion. This is just something that people say. Some people want to express their personal opinion, some others don't. I don't want to put, to give a special importance to these topics that, people have not really talked openly about it. I don't think I have more to say about Neymar. Sergio, Canal Escolar for Radio Marca. Good afternoon. I would like to go back to the match. The teams that have always been compact at the back, have always generated lots of programs in Eibar, in Getafe, in Camp Nou, Malaga as well. Do you think that you're going to play against a similar Chelsea, although they need to score? Well, Eibar was not really very defensive. I think they were quite offensive in their game. But anyway, this is the difficulty of the different matches, the different teams with their specificity. Chelsea has lots of resources to do what they usually do, which is really to play very compact and organized at the back. But of course, they are also good in offense and in the counterattack. So I don't know. I think that from the very beginning, they're going to have this plan. And then as minutes go by, depending on the results, they will do one thing or another. And we will have to be clever and interpret the match and try to make the most of our qualities. And it's about not speculating, as I said before, because 0-0 is a good result, but we don't like speculating. I think we shouldn't speculate. If you speculate, usually you don't do well. Alfredo Martinez from Onda Cero. If you make this Champions League, it's 7 out of 10. This is crazy. You've won everything. Sorry, the league, not the Champions League. In Europe, you're not doing the same. You're not doing as good. Do you think that you should be doing better for your followers in Europe? Well, we've tried hard every year, and I think that at the end, we've always competed well. But it's very difficult to win the Champions League. We have the best teams in Europe, the best players. Only one can win in the end. So I think that we've won quite a few, but winning a Champions is difficult. And it's difficult to win matches when you're not playing at home. So it's difficult. In the league, we've got spectacular results, but they are different competitions with different teams. Although lately, the teams that have won the champions are also in the league. But everything's very different in the Champions League. And what we try is to win all of the competitions. And as you said now, to win the champions, we need to win tomorrow to continue in the Champions League. And that's what we'll try to do. Sergio Leon de Cote from France Press. Question about Melé. Could you please tell me what you think about his integration in the dressing room since he came here? Do you believe that he can make a difference in a team in a match like tomorrow? He's a young player, and tomorrow, this could be a good match for him, Dembélé. Well, I think that he's doing very well. Every time he's doing better. But of course it's a new team, a different language, new colleagues. But I think he's young, he's open, he's going to adapt himself. He is willing to struggle, to fight, to adapt himself. And Guzman is a player who's got some qualities that can make the difference. But of course, Guzman is adapting himself. He was just injured. He's played a few matches, but not too important so far. And it will be up to the manager to decide. I hope that he will be ready. I don't know if he will be playing tomorrow. It's the manager who will decide this. But we trust him and we trust his abilities. And I am sure he's going to be doing well. We don't need to put more pressure on him. He's young and he's gone through lots. The last 3 questions. questions. Xavi Riera from Tres Media. Andre Gomez, does this mean that to be successful in Barca, you need to be more than a quality player? Well, at the end of the day, I think that in a sport such as football, in a club such as Barcelona Football Club, where there's so much going on nationally and at Europe, there's many different things that are going on. Individually, each different person is setting some limits and goals, and they've got some characteristics that could help them more or less. But this proves that we're all people deep inside. And even if it looks like we're from another world, we are part of this world at the end of the day. And we have our concerns, and some people cope with it better than others. Some put more pressure on themselves than others. Some people feel better in this field, and some others don't. But to be successful, you need a combination of everything. I'm not saying that Andre is not ready. And, there are some moments that are more difficult than others, as I said before. And if he's here, it's because he's able to do it. Hello, Sergio. Jordi Blanco. Could you please tell me if you think Chelsea is a similar group or team to Real Madrid, or even more dangerous because, they have nothing to do now in the English league. They are really focusing on Europe. Can they be more dangerous tomorrow because of that? Well, I don't want to think like that. It's a match. Tomorrow it's a match. In the Premier League, we know that there is just one team that can really get the Premier League, but this doesn't make them more dangerous. You try to make your most in each competition. This is different from the Premier League. And Chelsea is a dangerous team because they work hard with a good manager, good players, and they will try to continue in the Champions League. They will do their match tomorrow with their approach. And we know they are a good team and they are dangerous, and we have to work hard and we have to try and win tomorrow's match without taking into account if they are going to be more or less dangerous tomorrow.
Sun newspaper, hello. I'd just like to ask, why do you think no English club has yet been able to persuade Lionel Messi to play in the Premier League? And do you think there is a club in England that could ever persuade him, that has the power to ever get Messi into the Premier League?
Well, I think that he feels at home here. And when you feel at home with all of the things that you have here, this is a big club with good football players next to you. You win different champions. And this is a good project. Economically, he's doing well. He's a good player. He wins individual and team awards. He's in a great city. All of this is positive, and it's difficult to find this in other places. I believe for those of us who are from here, it's like myself, it's very difficult to change. We know that the Premier League is a spectacular league. We know that. And we would like to play there, but if you take all the positives and all the negatives into account, it's very difficult to get out from football club because you've got everything here. You feel good. It's a spectacular project. And if you feel at home and if you're from Barca and you've always been here, it's difficult to change. Thank you very much.